Alright, what's up, Stans? Number one Stan here. Welcome to our new LP of Pokemon Crystal. This will be uploaded alongside our current LP of Wind Waker. And this will probably be like every other day or so. I'll see. So first, what we want to do, go in here, switch that to fast, because the text speed is not the fastest. And let's go with a different frame here. That frame doesn't look that differently, but I guess the corners are sharp. Sure, we'll go with that one. And begin a new game. So this is a new mechanic that was first introduced in Crystal and now is standard in every other Pokemon game since, that you can actually have a girl character. In Gold and Silver, you can only be the boy. However, I am a boy. Well, you woke me up. Check the clock for me? What time is it? So I actually want to have it be at night for some reason you'll see. Because normally I don't get to record at night, so for this I need to have it at night. 6 o'clock, how many minutes? 0 minutes. Whoa, 0 minutes. Night, 6 o'clock. No wonder it's so dark. So if you choose a morning time, your character will say, whoa, something something morning, I overslept. Hello, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. Opa! This world is inhabited by creatures that we call Pokemon. People and Pokemon live together by supporting each other. Some people play with Pokemon, some battle with them. But we don't know everything about Pokemon yet. And there's so many mysteries to solve. That's why I study Pokemon every day. Now, what did you say your name was? I didn't yet. Also, those are weird default names. But for the purpose of this, I am Stan. Stan, are you ready? Your very own Pokemon story is about to unfold. You'll face fun times and tough challenges. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. I'll be seeing you later. So, interesting thing to note, we didn't get to name our rival. Maybe we don't have a rival in this game. Oh, Stan, our neighbor, Professor Elm, was looking for you. He said he wanted you to do something for him. Oh, I almost forgot. Your Pokemon gear is back from the repair shop. Here you go. Receive Pokegear. It's a cell phone. Or I guess kind of like a smartphone. And giving a 10-year-old child a cell phone in 2001, Mom, are you rich? Pokemon gear, or just Pokegear, it's essential if you want to be a good trainer. Oh, the day of the week isn't set. You mustn't forget that. It is in fact Sunday. I'll let that be. Is it daylight saving time? It is not. 6:02, is that correct? Sure. Come home to adjust your clock for daylight saving time. By the way, do you know how to use the phone? No matter what you say, she gives you a quick explanation anyway. Don't you just turn the Pokegear on and select the phone icon? Phone numbers are stored in memory. Just choose a name you want to call. Gee, isn't that convenient? It'd be more convenient if you didn't explain it to me. So this lady here, good evening, Stan. I'm visiting. Stan, have you heard? My daughter is adamant about becoming Professor Elm's assistant. She really loves Pokemon. She is not here in Gold and Silver, as there was no female, or if you choose to play as a girl, she talks about her boy wanting to be Professor Elm's assistant. So this is New Bark Town, where our journey begins. And here... Hi Stan, my husband's always so busy, I hope he's okay. When he's caught up on his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. It's Professor Elm's house. When I grow up, I'm gonna help my dad. I'm gonna be a great Pokemon professor. So that lady is clearly not Professor Elm's wife. In here, Pikachu is an evolved Pokemon. I was amazed by Professor Elm's findings. He's so famous for his research on Pokemon evolution. Sigh, I wish I could be a researcher like him. I mean, you can. There's nothing stopping you. So we have that lady's house, Professor Elm's house, and our house. Where did that lady who's visiting her mom and her daughter live? Like, maybe they don't live here, but it's kind of implied they live here. Stan, there you are. I needed to ask you a favor. I'm conducting new Pokemon research right now. I was wondering if you could help me out with it, Stan. You see, I'm writing a paper that I want to present in a conference, but there are some things I don't quite understand yet. So, I'd like you to raise a Pokemon that I recently caught. Nah, but please, I need your help. No, I don't want to though. But please, I need your help. Okay, fine. Thanks, Stan. You're a great help. When I announce my findings, I'm sure we'll delve a bit deeper into the many mysteries of Pokemon. You can count on it. Oh hey, I got an email. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey listen, I have an acquaintance called Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It is intriguing, but we're busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know. Stan, can you go in our place? I want you to raise one of the Pokemon contained in these balls. You'll be that Pokemon's first partner, Stan. Go on, pick one.
Or I should say will be, starters. Aren't they just the cutest? Important thing to note is all three of them are single typed, as in the grass will just remain grass, fire will remain fire, and water will remain water. I will also only be showing off the first stage and final stage for all the Pokemon we can get along the way, as middle evolutions are just kind of there. They're not that important. Now, let's look at the starters in depth. Up first, we have Chikorita, the grass type starter. Oddly enough, Professor Elm put them in a weird order, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. As you can see, normally it goes grass, fire, water. But yeah, he has the fire starter on the left for whatever reason. But Chikorita and its evolutions are more defensive compared to the other two choices. Learning more status and defensive moves than offensive, Chikorita plays a support role, but plays it really well. That being said, Gen 2 took the special stat from Gen 1 and split it into special attack and special defense. Getting a stab, which is same type attack bonus, when a Pokemon uses a move of the same type as one of its types, it gets a 50% boost in power. So, Chikorita gets a stab move sooner than the other two at level 8, which is nice. Unfortunately, Chikorita is weak to the first two gyms, so it might be challenging at first. At the middle of the road for its evolution levels, when looking at the other starters, it's not bad overall. 16 to 32 is not bad. Now, Meganium, with a base stat total, uh, which is what the big number is on the bottom there, which is just a rough, quick way of looking at how good a Pokemon is overall. Typically, the higher the base stat total, the better the Pokemon is overall. But I mean, there are exceptions. Some Pokemon excel in other things better, even with a lower overall BST. Which, speaking of lower overall, 525 is the lowest for all three final evolutions of the starters. But it's not a bad pick. It has the highest special defense and time for the highest defense of the three starters. It's definitely the most bulky. Along with the support moves it gets, Meganium is quite the tank. If you want a solid grass type, this is where you're going to have for a decent while. And unless you're playing Crystal, this is the only grass type for a good length. Moving on from there, we have my favorite type and just the cutest of the starter bases, I would say, is Cyndaquil. Learning mostly offensive moves, it does what most fire types do. They go first and they hit pretty hard. That being said, level 12 for its first stab move is a little stretch compared to Chikorita, but it does evolve the soonest to its first stage at only 14. But then the 36 is quite the gap as Quilava. And I just want to say this LP was planned and worked on before all those weird Nintendo leaks. So just leave my boy. This is old Typhlosion, okay? This is how I remember Typhlosion. But moving on from that, Typhlosion is great. The fastest and the highest special attack out of all three starters is sweet. And fun fact, not only does it have the highest base stat total of the three, but its stats are the exact same as Charizard. The only difference is Typhlosion doesn't fly. Although later on in the future, which is in the past, it becomes part ghost, but not in this game. There won't be another fire type if you're playing gold or silver for quite a good while. So if you like fire types, you can't go wrong with Typhlosion / Cyndaquil. I love Totodile's cry in the anime, and my dog loves it too. Especially when I rub her belly and I go. She wags her tail. She's happy. But Totodile and its evolution line are interesting to say the least. A physical attacking water type before Gen 4 is just weird. Being the last of the three to get its first stab move is also a bummer at 13, so just one level later than Cyndaquil, but I mean, that one level could make a difference. And not only that, but level 18 to evolve for the first time is late for a starter. I'm pretty sure even to this day, there's no starter that evolves as late as Totodile. But on the bright side, it does reach its final stage as soonest at only 30. That's a 12 level gap compared to the others. All right, let's just take a minute to look at this thing. Feraligatr is definitely the coolest looking of the three final evolutions, in my opinion. And another fun fact, they had to leave the O out of the name of Gator because it was one character too many to fit. Feraligatr fits perfectly in the character limit, and they just left it that and never bothered to update it when they increased the character limit in, I think, X and Y, so Gen 6. But having the highest HP, physical attack, and time for the highest defense with Meganium, this thing sure has potential to hit hard. It's also the middle of the base stat totals, but yeah, I mean, having three of the highest stats is great, but unfortunately, its attack can't be used as well as it should be able to. And it does because it doesn't get that many great moves to use that high attack stat, at least leveling up. Scratch is what it starts with, and I mean Scratch is it's better than Tackle, I guess. Rage is pretty weak to start. Again, Bite. Actually, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't mention this yet. Why would I? Bite is a now Dark type move, so it's based off the special stat, which Feraligatr has the lowest of the three. So that's not great. Slash at 38 would be its best leveling up. There are really good TMs it can use and learn, so that's probably going to be a good option. If this was the remakes, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I would recommend this the most, but this is only Gen 2. And just like with the other two starters, unless you're playing Crystal, you won't be getting another water type for a good while. So pick your favorite. If you want defense, go with the Chikorita. Speed and special attack, Cyndaquil. Or if you want some wasted potential, go with Totodile. But one day, buddy.
Yes. I think that's a great Pokemon too. So we are in fact going with Cyndaquil, the fire starter. We got a female. So that's one of the new mechanics that was introduced in Generation 2. Is they added genders to pretty much every Pokemon. Now, basically any Pokemon can be male or female. And they did not think that through, because in Generation 1, there was Pokemon called Mr. Mime. And Mr. Mime can be female. I don't know why they didn't just gender lock Mr. Mime, because there are gender lock Pokemon. Some Pokemon can only be male, like Tauros. Mr. Pokemon lives a little bit beyond Cherry Grove, the next city over. It's almost a direct route there, so you can't miss it. But just in case, here's my phone number. Call me if anything comes up. And we got Elm's phone number. If your Pokemon is hurt, you should heal it with this machine. Feel free to use it anytime. Stan, I'm counting on you. So let's take a look at our squeaks here. So, I can see it has a held item. Held item is also a new mechanic introduced in this game, where Pokemon can hold... Ooh. So, yeah. Like I said in the bio, Cyndaquil is the fastest and has the highest special attack out of the base evolutions and overall. And yeah, we got pretty good stats all over the place as well. Fence is a little low, but that's okay. So only start one tackle in there, of course. And as you saw, Totodile technically has the best moveset because Scratch is stronger and doesn't miss. And that Leer can make it more deadly. But first thing I want to do is remove this item, because I don't want to accidentally use it yet. So Berry, changed into Oranberry, starting Generation 3, heals 10 HP. Stan, I want you to have this for your errand. So Potion, of course, restores 20 HP. There are only 2 of us, so we're always busy. So one thing to know, Pokemon can't use all items. It has to have a hold next to the name to let you know that your Pokemon can use it. If I give Squeaks a potion, it's not going to know how to do it because it's a man-made item. Also, who's this guy? So, this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Dude, bro just kicked us several feet. That's rude. Rude. If I could kick, I would kick you back. So, another thing that's new in Crystal is route names. So now when you go to a new area, it tells you. And this guy here, Pokemon hide in the grass. Who knows when they'll pop out? It's nothing for us right now. So there are a bunch of Pokemon in this area. I won't be going over the bios quite yet, as we don't have Pokeballs. So I don't want to spoil what can all be found here yet. But up here, we have a fruit bearing tree. Hey, it's Berry. So there are several of these trees all throughout our adventure, and some of them will hold different items. They reset every day. So the next day I can come here and get another berry from that tree, if I want to. I'm waiting for Pokemon that appear only in the morning. Talk to this guy in the morning, he says, I'm waiting for Pokemon that only appear at night. So the guy's just constantly waiting around. And we'll talk to this guy. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. That's okay, everyone's a rookie at some point. Hey, this is like my second adventure that I've recorded, sir. If you'd like, I can teach you a few things. Okay, then follow me. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell balls for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Except they don't sell balls yet, sir, so why you gotta lie? Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their prized Pokemon there. This is the sea, as you can see. Some Pokemon are found only in water. Here, it's my house. Thanks for your company. Let me give you a small gift. So we received the map card. Stan's Pokegear now has a map. Pokegear becomes more useful as you add cards. I wish you luck on your journey. So yeah, so now if we go to our Pokegear, and we see the map, so the phone number, or the phone, can only hold so many numbers. different trainers and other important people we talk to, we can get their number, and they do different things. So this is the Johto region. Pretty big. So Route 30 is where we need to go. So we shall. I would recommend, and Squeaks is almost leveled up, I would recommend getting to probably level 7. 6 should be fine, but you'll see why in a little bit. Good evening, you're late. Welcome to Pokemon Center. We can play Pokemon for help. So, another new mechanic, which Generation 2, like I said, added a bunch. Held items, genders. They also added a day and night cycle. So some Pokemon can only be found in the morning, and some Pokemon can only be found at night. And some of the encounter rates are just slightly different depending on the time of day. And also with the gender thing. So the starters have a higher percent at being male than being female. I won't go over why that's important yet, but eventually we will. So if we go over here, there's another berry tree. So the remakes Heart Gold and Soul Silver, a lot of these trees, pretty much all of them, were replaced with a different item. You know, berries eat Pokemon. I almost said berries eat Pokemon. I mean, there is a berry Pokemon, but one Pokemon got healthier by eating a berry. Here, I'll share one with you. And so now we have 3 berries. 4 berries. I guess because I did take one away. Yeah. So they are consumable, they are one-time use. You can use them outside battle. So Squeaks got to level 6. And halfway to level 7 already. And learned Smoke Screen. Smoke Screen lowers Pokemon's accuracy. So yeah, you can use berries outside of battle. Or you can have your Pokemon hold them. With the berries, and this is another fruit berry tree. Hey, it's Poison Cure Berry. So that obviously cures poison. So it's similar to an antidote, but if your Pokemon holds it, it will use it automatically when it's afflicted with poison. With berries, your Pokemon will use it when they get to yellow HP. Oh, hello, you must be Stan. Professor Elm said that you would visit. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. Receive the mystery egg. Ooh. I know a couple who run a Pokemon daycare service. They gave me that egg. I was intrigued, so I sent mail to Professor Elm. For Pokemon evolution, Professor Elm is the authority, which is so weird because in X and Y, there was a new type of evolution, and Professor Elm was not in the game at all. Even Professor Oak here recognizes that. My assumption is correct, Professor Elm will know it. But yet Professor Oak was there. So weird, why didn't they just have Elm? Aha! So you're Stan. I'm Oak, a Pokemon researcher. That's not the voice I had before. I was just visiting an old friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, was this a rare Pokemon? Let's see. I see. I understand why Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon for this errand. To researchers like Professor Elm and I, Pokemon are our friends. He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. Ah, you seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. The high-tech encyclopedia. Man, we're just doing all these favors for all these old men. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokédex. But I've stayed too long. I had to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Stay and I'm counting on you. You are returning to Professor Elm. Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. I'm depending on you. So if we go over here, a whole pile of strange coins. Maybe they're from another country. People think that that's like some kind of reference to the Kalos region. That's Generation 6, X and Y. But it's so weird that he says nothing about the keyboard, just some coins. Ring ring, ring ring. Hello, Stan, it's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. Please get back here now. Well, it seems like Professor Elm needs our help. But I think that's a good point to stop right there. So next time we will return to Professor Elm and see what all the trouble is about. And also I should probably save the game. Saving, don't turn off the power. Don't do it. And save the game. Alright, until then, I'll see you all next time. Bye.